Welcome back to Realize Displays training. In this video, we are going to be creating a social wall, which will be an auto-updating slide with our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram connectors. And then what we're going to do is add in a couple of QR codes that will allow people to scan the screen if they would like to search or follow us right from the screen. First, what I'm going to do, instead of creating a blank page from scratch, I'm going to add, and I'm going to select a sample page. There's a couple of different social sample pages that you can start with here. Here is one, the My Branded Tweets, a cloud tweet. And then there's a couple other ones that you can also search through as well that might fit your taste. For this one, we're going to start with the My Brand Tweets. It has a nice clouds picture in the background. And once it's added in, we're going to click on it and then go to Edit so that we can start fresh from our editor. Now what I'm going to do is I would like to just have one tweet location, one Facebook location, and one Instagram location. So I am going to get rid of each of these other tweets because each of them are, when you start with this, a specific or independent Twitter app that currently we don't need. We just want to use one. And actually, we can even remove this if we want to start completely from scratch, because all we need to do is open up our apps panel on the left. And first, we are going to drop in Twitter. Now, once you drop in Twitter, it's going to have some sample text here so you can see how things will size when a tweet comes in and where pictures and information will show up. And on the left, you'll see our Twitter properties. Now, every single social account will need to social app will need to connect to your social account. So here, when you click a drop down, you can connect many different social accounts, and then you can select them from here, and then from there, you can further filter the types of social information that come through that specific account. And here's what I mean by that. So first, let's go ahead and select a social account. What I almost always do is I will sign in to the social account that I want to first. I may open up another tab. And here, this Twitter profile that I own is called DS Marketer. So this is the Realize Displays Twitter account that I sometimes use. Hopefully you tweet more than we do. But anyways, what I just want to do is sign into it so I can see my main dashboard from Twitter. Click back into our editor and then click the plus sign. And that will open up an authorization for our digital signage player app to then connect to our Twitter account. And this basically just says it'll allow you to be able to see the tweets, to pull the tweets, access your direct messages. The information needs to be authorized in order to come into your digital signage display. So we will click Authorize App. When it is successful, you will get to this page that will say the Twitter account has now been added, it's connected. And then when you use the close button, it will close this tab and bring you back to your editor. Now, when you look on your left in your Twitter properties, nothing has changed except when you click this down arrow button, you'll see your Twitter account available to be selected. So I will select this one. And now from here, I can choose to find the tweets that I would like to show from this account. They might be only the tweets that go to me or people that tweet to me, or other people that just showing my tweets from me, so only my posts. And a variety of other things such as hashtags and advanced queries, which I can show you in just a little bit. For now, the safest thing to do is to just click the from, because that will mean this box will only show the tweets that I tweet out. And if you are familiar with social media, some spammers can go around, so I would suggest if you are going to use social media, just be safe because there is no filter for any of these social media apps. And if you do select something such as to, and someone decides to spam you with not great content, then it may show up on your displays. So to be safe, using the from account will allow you to have control over the tweets that show up here. Now you'll notice that the tweet now has updated. So sometimes I can tell you that it will take up to 2 to maybe 3 minutes when you first connect an account for it to show this first tweet. Oftentimes what you can do is use this refresh button as soon as you connect an account. And as you click it, then it will refresh the content. And if you have tweeted recently, it will automatically update that content with the most recent post. Let's take a look at some of the other things we can do now we have connected our account. So first, I am showing my tweets from, and then I will type in DS Marketer because that is my account that I own. So now this will only show tweets from here. You do not need to put in the hashtag or the @ symbol for your Twitter handles. You can just go ahead and just type your account name directly right in. So let's look at what tweets should be shown. We have showing what tweets, and then we have maximum age of the tweets. So when you select, I believe by default it is all recent rotating. How this whole thing works is as this entire page is shown or shown within your playlist each time, it will refresh those tweets to be the next latest ones that are supposed to show up. So as this page keeps coming up in your digital displays, it will keep refreshing and pulling the content according to these two drop downs. So when you have all recent or rotating ones, it will select the oldest tweet that you are allowing to be pulled. So let's say I have 90 days selected here. The first time this entire page is shown, it will show the 90-day-old tweet. The next time this page is shown, it might show the 89th-day-old tweet, and so on. So as this page is shown, what I suggest is for your maximum age, select approximately how often you actually tweet or you post to that social media account. Now this will ring true for the Facebook and as well as Instagram as well. So if you tweet maybe a few times a week, maybe select the last 7 days so that you're not pulling something from 90 days ago and you may never actually get to those new posts. And then when you select all rotating, again, it will start from the oldest and move on. When you select the latest, it will go the other direction. It will show the first day old, or maybe the tweet that is only a few minutes old, and start counting to the older tweets as the page is shown, all the way up to maybe 7 days. Now, the other thing that you'll notice is there's latest -1, 2, and 3. Latest -1 means it will pull the second oldest, or second newest. So when you click on when they say latest, obviously it is latest in terms of the most recent. So think of this as recency. So if I had a tweet from 10 minutes ago and a tweet from 1 hour ago, when I select latest -1, this will then show the tweet from 1 hour ago instead of the 10 minutes ago. Now down here, you'll notice there's a couple different styles for Twitter. You can select a call out, which is what we're looking at right here. It's got this little call out tag on the bottom. If you select Polaroid, if I had a picture inside of this tweet, it would show a Polaroid outline, like a graphic, and then my picture would be inside of that Polaroid, and it will be angled. And sadly, I do not have a picture attached to this tweet, so you will have to see that once you connect your own account. But the picture will then show next to your tweet text. The other cool thing you can do is, and as well with Facebook and with these other apps, is you can create a social wall. So let's say I didn't want to make a slide like this with the different accounts, but I want one full page slide for each of my social apps. So this would be my Twitter page. I can select social wall, and then you'll notice an option for a number of columns shows up. As I add columns, you'll notice now I have a 4x2 grid. This will then pull the latest 8 tweets according to my settings that I have here. And the last option is simply a transparent, which means there is no graphic or anything to frame my content. I just have this transparent text. And I can go ahead and use this. Let's say I have created my own background, my own way to frame this content. I can drop this right in very nicely. So let's go back to callout for this specific slide because we want to connect a few different social services inside of this page. I'm going to resize this approximately to here because I would like to put my Facebook down here with a call out, and then I would also like to put my Instagram on the right side nice and big because it will be a large picture. So let's move on to the Facebook app. Now that we have our Twitter all set, let's drop Facebook in. You'll notice that all the settings are almost exactly the same, so I won't go through every single one of them, but what I would like to do is first resize this to fit this exact size of our Twitter, so we have some consistency. On the bottom right, I'll see it's 658 pixels wide by 288, so I will click then on this one, my Facebook, and change it to 658. And then since graphics are sized proportionally, it should automatically set that height to my exact size. Okay. So now what I have already done to save some time on this post, I have already connected my account. All I did was sign into my Facebook, my personal account. Or if you are going to show a business page, you will need to sign in to whatever personal account owns those business pages. So first off, I have this account that I have connected using our plus button. And then here is where I can see each of the pages when I click show messages from. So I manage a personal page, obviously that's mine, the realized displays, and our Kyra channel, which is a different waiting room display. So I'm going to select realized displays. Immediately, it will pull my latest post. And then again, I have those same recency messages and age messages that I can select for my posts, as well as the Polaroid and social wall styles as well. So let's keep this right here. And now let's go back to apps and let's drop in the Instagram. So obviously the greatest thing about the social media apps is that they can keep themselves up to date. So as you create this page and as you keep tweeting through and posting through these apps, this page will automatically keep itself up to date. You can set it once and forget it. So I have already connected the Realized Displays Instagram account. If you ever want to follow us, I only created one only for this training video, so there's really nothing else here. But for the sake of example, I should have one picture in there that I can pull. So I can show pictures from a timeline, or I can show pictures from a hashtag. So again, this is great because we can choose that if we don't have very many pictures, like we don't, I could choose a hashtag, maybe digital displays, or pulling content from all of Instagram that match that criteria. For now, I'm just going to click my timeline, and I'll click the refresh button. And sometimes it'll take a couple clicks, but now I have the most recent picture from our Instagram feed. Now we also have the age and recency of our pictures, but we also in this Instagram app have a couple of different ways to show this. We have a single picture style or a social wall style, as you've seen before. And then you can also select to add or remove the header, which is the Alex and the header information or the footer information. So if I literally only wanted to show just the picture and pull live pictures from the Instagram account or hashtag, I can just unselect each of those. For this social wall, we'll keep them there. And then there's a couple ways that you can show the size of the image. So if you select 16:9, that will give you a nice square photo. And now this is really neat because an Instagram app, when it's completely set as a 16:9, it should fit beautifully within as a full screen image if I were to resize this to the full screen of our canvas. Which is kind of nice because then if you wanted to, you could put text on top of this and then it could serve almost as a background, like a live background from your Instagram feed. Let's keep it about right there. because we would like to drop in a couple other things as well. So let's just go ahead and redesign the rest of this. I'm going to remove our clock. And I'm just going to type in something like let's get social. Nice and big to provide a header to the overall slide. Okay, my next step now is I would like to add in some QR codes that will allow people to maybe follow my social media accounts. Let's open up our apps panel, and then you will see the QR code item here. All you got to do is drop it right in. It gives you a sample QR code already created. And I'm going to resize it to about the height of our callout. All the QR code has is a simple web address. So if I click into my Twitter account and I copy the direct link to my Twitter page, I can go back and paste it here. Now, once I unselect or click off of this text box, the Twitter QR code will then be updated. So if I scan this with a QR code scanner on my phone, it should point directly to my page. And as with all phones, once you get to a page like that, it will then ask if you'd like to follow that account. So let's use our Control-C and Control-V. Control-C and Control-V, and then we will paste our QR codes right near each social media app. Now to add in just a couple other pieces, I'm just going to drop in a picture, and I'm going to select the Twitter logos, and maybe we'll just put them right in the corner of each of these posts, just so people have a quick visual of where these posts are coming from. Again, Control-C and Control-V. We'll paste one here. We'll paste another one over here. And then I'm just going to go back and select, click on the image, change the image by selecting the image. So that we have the proper social media pictures. Great. So that concludes this video to create a nice auto-updating social wall with the ability of QR codes that people now can scan and follow us. Tune in for more apps in our next videos. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you.